We want to make your Valentine's Day extra sweet with our Valentine's Day giveaway. We'll draw one winner today through Thursday. The grand prize winner will be announced this Friday, February 13th.
Each winner receives an Edible Arrangements box of chocolates and will be entered to win our grand prize, a 2-night stay at the Holiday Inn and Suites in Ocean City, dinner for 2 at the Coral Reef Restaurant in Ocean City, a dozen roses from Kitty's Flowers, and a pair of diamond earrings from Park Place Jewelers for a total value of more than $1,600.
If you'd like to enter our Valentine's Day giveaway, go to WBOC.com, click on our picture at the top of the page. And we'd like to announce today's winner of a box of chocolates. Congratulations to Harry Reinhardt of Ocean City, Worcester County. Now, according to the New York Times, you and I spend a mere 27 minutes a day on food preparation. That's less than half the time that we spent cooking when Chef Julia Child first arrived on our television screens.
I like that. One of the reasons we're spending less time in the kitchen is because of all the neat gadgets that are available now. One of those is the Spirooli. Chops, shreds, and spiral cuts almost anything you could possibly want. So guess what? We put it to the test.
You've seen lots of slicers and dicers, but nothing works like a Spirooli. It's the quickest and easiest way there is to cut just about any vegetable.
Okay, so now you've seen the commercial for the Spirooli. I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine. This is Lynn Mateva, the Country Tart.
Hello.
You are a food and nutrition coach.
Yes,
is that the right way to put it?
That's true.
So have you seen the Spirooli before?
I have not.
All right, so this thing is supposed to be great for cutting, chopping, grinding, shredding, I guess, whatever you want to do to your food. Why would that be important to me?
Well, because it takes time to prep food, and if you can shave some time off of your own effort on the front end, you don't have to go out to a restaurant.
So is the appearance really that important?
Absolutely. If the food looks like it's, prettier, it makes us more. We eat first with our eyes, so we're going to see it first as we're getting ready to eat. Plus, if you're a kid, veggies aren't something that we normally go for when we're younger, and this is going to make them a lot more fun.
So the cooler it looks, the more fun it is to eat? Okay.
Lynn pulled the Spirooli out of the box. A quick look at the instructions revealed it's important to make sure that the 4 suction cups have a good grip on your kitchen surface to prevent it from sliding. The base of the Spirooli holds blades that slide into the frame. There's a total of 3 blades, letting you choose from a flat chip to shredding to cutting a spiral. First, a cutting board and knife for our first test. A flat side is cut to push onto the spikes of the Spirooli. Lynn decides we'll start with a cucumber, and she slices off one end. She then slices off the other end for a good clean start. Pressing the cucumber onto the spikes was a little bit of a challenge, especially considering that it needed to be centered for the best cut. Then, it was the moment of truth. After a slow start, the cucumber began coming off the blade in a spiral cut. There was only one problem with that. It was the blade for the flat chips.
So that's not making chips, though. They're all spiral.
So what would you do with that? Would you put that in a salad?
Yeah, I think it'd be great. Little olive oil and vinegar.
You're making me hungry already.
Yeah.
Time to try a different blade. Lynn mentioned that the instructions were a little vague when it came to the blades, but she figured it out. Next was the potato and the curly fry blade. Lynn's biggest problem was actually getting the teeth of the Spirooli to sink into the firm spud. She could get a good grip, but then after only a turn or two, the potato would come off and she'd have to try to center the potato again. But for what little she could get done at a time, it seemed to work well.
Certainly makes some fun hash browns, though. They kind of look like onions.
Wow, it really does. So you want to try another blade with your potato?
Yeah.
Still hard to get a grip, but the coarse blade did turn out something that looked a little more like a curly fry. Next, we try a head of red cabbage.
Oh, it is heavy.
Oh, now that's going to pose a whole nother thing, isn't it?
I think so.
Unfortunately, we weren't off to a great start with the red cabbage.
Doesn't seem to be going anywhere.
I'll tell you what, how about if I flatten that end and we give it another shot to see if maybe that'll help.
Thinking that perhaps it was just in the preparation that would make the Spirooli work better, we cut a nice, clean end. Lynn put it back in place and started turning again. Great theory. Another good start. Still no dice. Lynn put the spiral cut blade back in, and next up was the red delicious apple.
It's coming out pretty well. It seems to me to be a little thin, though. Like it said, it could be used for pie, and I don't know. It's a very thin.
Going to be a thin pie. Well, we've only got one thing left, Lynn. You want to try the tomato?
Yeah, I do.
All right.
Guess we're going to use this
wanna-
flat blade because I don't know what else we want to do with a tomato.
Yeah, it's not like you spiral cut a tomato, is
No.
it? Now, I tried to get a firm tomato here because I don't see how a soft one would work.
I don't
at
either.
all.
And this is just making juice.
Huh.
Very pulpy juice.
Well, okay. We've tried it on everything that was mentioned on the box.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it started out strong, especially when we had these cucumbers. That looked like a really fun salad and these nice potato pieces. But for the rest of it, I think it's just a whole lot of taking up space in my kitchen for things it's not following through with what it told me it was going to do.
You'd rather do it by hand
I think so.
than mess with
Because
this?
then I have to clean all this.
Okay, so bottom line, Lynn, I'm going to ask you $24.99 for the Spirooli. Would you buy it?
No, sadly I would not.
Why?
I think that's just a lot of, it's a high cost for something that doesn't seem to do exactly what it's supposed to, and it takes up a lot of space.
It looked good at the start, didn't it?
It really did.
It didn't work
I'm a
out
little
that.
disappointed.
Oh, well. There you go. Now, while we are all about bringing the kids into the kitchen to teach them how to cook and have fun together, Lynn suggested that you as the adult handle the Spirooli simply because of the blades. Bottom line, it just didn't turn out like she'd hoped.
I had high hopes for
Yeah,
it.
me
I was
too.
thinking if
It
it
was looking
worked, I
good.
was going to buy it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. And we want to thank you for watching Delmarva Life. Join us tomorrow as we continue to focus on matters of the heart. Did you know your outlook on life could affect your heart health? We dig into new research that shows being an optimist really is optimal.
For many people, being happy really takes some work, especially around holidays like Valentine's Day. We're going to learn more about depression, what it looks like, who suffers, and how to prevent it.
One way to stay healthy is to eat your fruits and vegetables, but turns out we have been eating a lot of healthy foods wrong. We'll show you how to eat them the right way.
The late restaurateur Matt Haley has introduced us to many new foods over the years from all over the world. We're in the Delmarva Life kitchen tomorrow making one of his original creations, veal meatballs with golden raisins and pine nuts.
February is Black History Month, and this week's Delmarva Treasure has been teaching Eastern Shore African American history for nearly 40 years. Find out how, even in retirement, she's still keeping this rich history alive for generations to come.
Plus, it's another round of our favorite game, and I say that with tongue firmly planted in cheek. Search for Striker. Sean tries to stump us again as we try to figure out where he is on Delmarva. We need to see if you can help.
We're going to do it this time.
Yeah.
Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva. Don't go anywhere. WBOC News at 6 starts right now.